CarolJo's, which is where community and creativity come together in the jewelry and accessory making world. We do lots of fun things here. We do chats, we do tutorials, we do makers meetups, and we have live events. For the chats, it's the time for you to be able to ask questions of anybody that is here about jewelry making or running a small business. We also, when we do tutorials, it is a step by step of how to create jewelry or accessories. When we do Makers Meetup, it is the time for us to get together and just create and have a community environment where you can come live with me on those. And then the live events are, hi Geraldine, are when you get to add to your bead collection by claiming. So tonight's event is going to be a tutorial. I have it titled as Cabochon and Bales. And so that kind of, hi Kay, that kind of sounds a little bit not very descriptive. And that's because I added some things to it, so I don't know how to describe this tutorial. But one thing I want to remind you all, we've gotten over our 10 shares. Awesome. When we get to 10,000 likes here on TikTok, we will start doing giveaways. So even if you haven't already, remember, if you guys can share and repost and do it to your story, all of those helps get us out to that For You page and gets other people in here. Hi, Trisha. Now, what I want to say about um cabochons is that, hi Amy, cabochons come in all different shapes and sizes, and they come in different things that you can create with them. We've seen where we've got the teardrop and the oval, the circle, those types of cabochons. They have a flat back most of the time. Hi Rosie. And we go in and sometimes we'll get these cabochons that are just a different shape, but they're flat back. For example, I have two of them here. This one is a little puppy dog. And then we also have a bear. Hi, Ashley. Hey, Rose. And so they can have different shapes. We also have them here. We've got some in a flower. And then today we were showing you all the gummy bears. Now, as long as they all have that flat back look to them, there are things that you can do to turn it into jewelry when you don't have a setting. Because most of the time we put them in settings, we can wire wrap them, of course, unless you're me and I stink at wire wrapping. But there's other things that you can do to create these into jewelry. And that is, you can use, these are called glue on flat, I call them flat back bales. I don't know if that's the exact wording of them, but what it is that there is here, I'm going to show you where you can put the chain through and create it into a pendant. So what you do is you use glue and you put the bale on, you glue the bale on, and then you create a pendant that you just put a chain on. Or if you would like to make them into earrings, you grab a post that has a flat back to or flat front to it. The front's flat. And you just glue that on in the center of the earring and you create an earring. So that's what we're going to do because they're not all going to be just bales. We're going to do bales to make necklaces and we're going to do the flat front earrings to create earrings. So we're going to do both today. Hi, Murda. So let me point you all down and give you some tidbits on this, okay? Because one of the things is that you have to let them dry. And last week we got this out. Ashley, there. We might have to have you over on the other place, okay? All right, everybody. I'm going to point you all down now because I'm not going to be able to see comments now. And let me know if it works to see. So what I have here is I have my tray again. This is just a plastic bowl that I got at like the dollar store. And I just bought a bag of rice. You don't need that much rice or this big of a bowl. I do because when I was doing them, I had this big because when I was doing them for my in-person events, I would fill this all up with it. So that's all it is a bowl of rice. We're going to set that way so you guys can see it on both. I use E6000 as my glue. I just love E6000 for stuff, so I use it a lot. Now, I'm going to, before I get all the glue out and stuff, I'm going to do the two animals here. They're going to be glued with the bales. The earrings are going to be the flowers and the gummies, the gummy bears. So I'm going to turn everything so that they're upside down. All you need to do, thanks Ashley, is for the bale. When you look at the bale, you'll see that there is a part that's like lines up in the back and there's a little bit divot out. I got to get my fingers out of the way. And so I do it where the divot part is at. I just do a dollop of glue like this. It doesn't have to be a lot of glue. You go to the top of your cabochon and just put that on there. You want to make sure that he is upright so that when he hangs on the chain, it hangs right. And I just put it face down in my rice. If you guys can see it, I'll put it there. There we go. I'll do that again here. You see how there's that, like this part? This is the part that I want to be on the front. So I just do a little glue. Just a little bit of glue goes a long ways with this. I'm going to put the lid on. So when I put it down, I don't get glue all over. Find the top of the cabochon and put that on. And then just press it down. And make sure, see, I just pressed it down. He's on there. And just make sure that this is going up straight. When you look at it, do you see how he curves a little bit? We're going to move it just a little bit that way. Press it down again on the back. All I'm doing is pressing. And then I'm going to put it in the rice. The rice makes it sit, so it's not going one way or the other, because then it just sits and it doesn't like move down. That's why I love the rice. Now for the earrings, we're going to do a dab of glue on that earring front, that flat earring front. Going to grab my cabochon. And in the center of my earring, or the cabochon, I'm going to put the earring. Like so. Put it face down so that it can just dry. Once again, you just put a dab of glue. Find the center. Like literally, this is all it is. Except for I'm not in the center, so I'm going to move it a little bit to the center. There we go. That's it. And put them down in the rice. That's how simple it is to make these. Now for the gummy bears, when it is sometimes translucent, like up here at the top, you may see, I'm not going to put it up there, but you may see your back of the earring. But that's just when you have translucent. There isn't much you can do if you have a translucent piece to not see that. But we're going to do the same steps. A little bit of glue on here in the center. Put it on. He's a little bit off center. There we go. Put him down. I didn't get that on there very well. I'll have to screw that one on in a moment. Just put that in the center. Hey, he's right in the center. Pushing it down, and we're going to let it dry. If you've heard me say this before, I'll say it again. I always let my items dry overnight. And then these are ready to go. All you need to do is, if you have stainless steel chains that we have, or even the iron chains that we've had up for claims, I'm going to bring you guys up for a moment. This might be the shortest tutorial ever, everybody. All right, there we go. But literally, if you have those necklaces, you guys are kind of, both of you are kind of crooked here. Sorry. There we go. There we go. You can just add a chain to it and you've got the necklace. If you're going to make these for, like I've always said, I usually don't make jewelry for someone that's under 4. Hello. And so you can do, for those that are like the 4 to 7-year-old range, they like to pull at their necklaces. And sometimes what I will do with those is that I will use the ball chain, because you have to get it just right to get the necklace off. So they can pull on it and it's not going to come off. Some of the other ones, if the links open, they can pull on them and open the links and then take the necklace off. But if you have soldered links, they can pull on it and it's not going to come off. So that's one thing to think about when you're making it for someone. Hi, Maria, that is in that age range. Otherwise, an 18-inch necklace for majority of these, it is a very, very, very quick way to create jewelry. The necklaces, you can make, if you wanted to do those and make something simple with it, you can do that. If you guys want to use the cabochons that we have had that are like the natural ones, you can put them on the bales too and just have them in a bale instead of in a setting. You can do that with even those ovals or the circles or any of those. And it's very, very simple to make something. And type thing. So I just wanted to give you, I don't want to have only a 15-20 minute live, everybody, but I just wanted to show you something really simple. And literally, I would do this and create a lot of jewelry, and you can sit down and in a night, you would be able to create this whole entire tray of just pendants with different types of cabochons. Then also the next night, I would go in with the earrings. And then you would have an entire assortment of earrings that you got. And it may be an hour each night, maybe tops. Yep. Let me hold on. I'm going to take a drink and then I'll show you. It was such a simple one, Maria. We have, this is the teddy bear. It's a cabochon, flat back cabochon that we have added and glued on that bale. And now we're going to let him dry. We did it also with this puppy. There we go. He's got his little bale. And then we have earrings that we did the same thing. We did an earring post. And then these are the gummy bears with that earring post. So just to let you know, I used E6000 glue. This is why I will just use these little ones. This is totally my preference on it. I don't like it when E6000 gets gummy after it's been open for a little bit. And even when I would do this whole entire thing, this whole bowl full, yep, they will be tomorrow night. Um, I'll show you what we have for tomorrow night then, if you guys want to see them. Um, but I would fill up that whole thing and it might take maybe one of these, and it was like that was perfect. So I am a proponent for, if you don't use a lot of E6000, go with the smaller one. That's just my tidbit on it. So tomorrow night, ugh, we will have the the bales are going to be available in a bag of 10, like that. There'll be 10 of them in the bag. Um, and they are a value of 1 per pack. The earring posts are stainless steel, and you just get the post. You do not get the earring back, just the post. You'll get 30 of those for a value of 1. I'm going to look and see what I have for earring backs and see if I can find some to bring to tomorrow's to the there we go. All right. To bring to um the encore for the earring back, okay? So, but the bales and the earring post will be available tomorrow night at 8 p.m. on TikTok. Now, these are the different types. Some of these are like the kawaii or however you pronounce that animal. So we have a dog. Some of them we have a lot of, and some we don't have a lot of. So we got some different animals to begin with. We have different things though. We have more than just animals. We have the little chickens. Thank you, Ashley. We have the cats. So we'll have those. The bears. And we have the dinosaurs. And this is the last animal. We have little penguins. Little penguins. So that is the animal ones that we will have. All right. And then some of the other ones that we have in different shapes, we will have these snowflakes that have glitter on them. There's a 5-pack. All of these, you'll get 2 of the animals in a pack, in a bag for value of 1. The 5 of the snowflakes for value of 1. You'll get 5 of the blue resin evil eyes for a value of 1. So we have those. Then we have different colors of resin hearts with glitter. And so there's different colors in each bag. So we'll have those, 5 of those for a value of 1. And then these I think are just funny cute. I'm like, I saw them and I just got them. They're a little duck face, the flower with the duck face in it. You'll get 5 of those in the bag for a value of 1. I just thought they were cute. So I had to get those. And then we have the penguins with the hat. So we have two different kinds of penguins. And then we have the flowers that we used. Those red flower or hot pink is deep pink is the color name of these that we use for those earrings. You can do those with both the pendant and the earrings. So you get 5 for a value of 1. And then the one that we were working on earlier today was the gummy bears. You will get 16 in the bag for a value of 2. They have 8 different colors, and there's 2 of each color in the bag. So you can make earrings. Now, one thing I will let you know is that the gummy bears are a little narrow for the bales. Um, I thought I had some. They make a different one that's not round, but it's a tapered. And I thought I had some of those, and I don't. I'm still trying to look for those to see if I can get those together before tomorrow. I'll see if I have any of those so that you can make the gummy bears into necklaces too. So I'll look for those. But we've got all kinds of different things. Most of those are the resin. Hi, Lori. So then you can just create like lightweight pieces. So for people who don't like heavy earrings, these would work great for earrings for them because they're not heavy and they're also the posts are going to be stainless steel. So stainless steel is like what you would hear people, I think, believe they call it the hypoallergenic. The other earring stuff that I have, I try to make sure it's nickel free, lead free, cadmium free so that it doesn't irritate your ears. But some people can't handle those even. And it's everybody's ears are different. Yes, you would be able to do that if you've got a small enough bit to do it. Yes. For the eyelet screws, yes, you can. So you can do lots of different things with those. So that's what I'm going to bring tomorrow night. And that's why I was like sitting here going, I had to wait. These were on their way to me. And I'm like, okay. Now that makes me wonder because I'm like, I thought I had those. Let me see if it's in my package that isn't here. Because I have a package that's MIA. We know where it's at. I shouldn't say it's MIA, but thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. So let me go see if they're on there. It stressed me out. I'm like, just sit here and be like, if you guys knew, this package came here, but it was marked as um not international, so they can't get it out. You know what I have coming in that one is some stainless steel eye pin peg bales. So the what you're talking about there, Nordic Luna, to put in those, yes. And I also have a different glue on flat pad pendant bales. That's what they're called. So yes, I do have those whenever they decide to get here. I knew I had some more and I'm like, where are they? I was like sitting here searching for them. They're in that extended extended stay. So it has to go from the country of origin to the here. Now it's here. Now it needs to go back. They need to redo the labeling and send it back. And that's all done via ships. So it'll be 2 or 3 months before I get it. I'm like, are you serious? Yeah. Mm-hmm. And it had some things that I wanted sooner versus later. And so I put together a quick request. And the quick request is not coming via ship. It's being flown over here. And I should have that by the end of the week. I'm just like, seriously. So yeah. But the bale, the flat pad, instead of flat back, it's flat pad bales. I did not request those again. What I requested was the bales that are in antique bronze for you, Ashley. And I have the chain nose pliers. And I have I finally got them. So excited. I finally got them. The different color tips, the plastic tip bead stopper with the spring bead stopper. Oh, why can't I think of it? I'm like, near, 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 near. Because that's what you do. You got to push them together. So, anyways, those are all coming and will be here before Friday. So, they will be available probably next week. I'm thinking since I'm going to have the chain nose pliers and I got some additional, oh, someone was filtered and I got some additional long nose pliers in that I needed. Um, I am thinking next week that we will have a tool day where I will just bring all of the different tools that we have available to a live. I just need to know, would you guys want that during the day or at night or on a Saturday? Will you guys let me know? So, number one in the chat for during the day, number two for night, or three Saturday. Thanks, Cece. Two. Everybody's wanting the nighttime. Okay. I will bring them one day next week. So, and I'm going to bring all that I have. So as soon as I get that, I will have the chain nose pliers and I will have again the bead stoppers with the plastic tips. I'll have both of those. Excuse me, I got the yawns. Oh, excuse me. So we'll have a live with that next week. That is not a problem. And then I'm going to get ready some of the abacuses. Oh, Kmart's layaway plan. Oh, and what I'll do is that I'm sorry, I've got the biggest yawns. A findings night. I can look at that and look and see what I got for findings. I have a lot of findings. That one I will have to like sort through things and pull. But what I'll do with is the tools will be so that it doesn't cause issues if you claim them during a live. I think I will. Let me just double check here. Okay. Just give me a second because I think I have them. Ashley's asking if I will have the ring mandrels. Let me look. We'll have crimpers, round nose pliers, split ring pliers, bent nose pliers, the ring mandrels that are aluminum, I will, nylon pliers, long chain nose pliers, chains nose pliers, the 6-in-1 bail tool, flush cutters, loop turners, both sides. I have bead mats. I have a different owl that I have available. I'll have silicone mats, the bead stoppers. I have just a few of the big eye needles, flat nose pliers, and then the silicone boards. No, we can do it that night if you're okay. That's not a problem to do it that night. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take everything down to zero on the for the tools when we do that, and then just give you a flat value for your baskets. And then once that's all done, then I will put them back up there with what we have remaining so that if you saw something but you didn't get it, you can add it afterwards. But I need a couple of days to get those back into inventory correctly. So yes, but we'll do that one night next week. That's not a problem. Um, I can take them and I can make them unavailable is what I can do. I never thought about doing that. Then I don't have to touch those twice. Good idea. Or I can just switch them to draft too. Then it's not, those two statuses don't allow them to be seen out there. Yep, I have, I think I have 6 of them is what I have. Let me double check. Yep, I have 6 of the ring mandrels. So that we'll do next week for sure. So tomorrow night, we're going to have a lot of what we just showed you. We've got all the different cabochons that are what I'm going to say different shapes. They're not the teardrop, they're not the circle, they're not a square, they're not an oval. And so because it's a different shape, that's where you get into using those bales to be able to turn them into something. Awesome. I was hoping we'd get there. And then we're going to have the bales, we're going to have the post, and we will also have necklaces tomorrow night. And then we've got some we have a item that we're bringing back, and that is the letters that Lori would like. So we got those in so Lori can get those. And then I'm going to look for some different beads to bring in with it. So I've got to get those pulled yet. I haven't even gotten to tomorrow's bring encore event. So I'm going to pull that tomorrow morning. So I have no idea what we're going to have for that. This is a 2-word color. You're welcome. 2-word color. Let's see. Today is the 18th. just heard Ryan make a noise, and I'm like, what the heck? All right, I'm going to give you guys a clue. The first word is a color that is in between the no colors. If you know what those two colors are, it's in that family. The second word is a secondary color. It's in between those, Patty. And this word can be spelled two ways. Someone got it. Maria, you are the winner. Congratulations. Woohoo! You've got 5 creative credits. Congratulations. Yay. All right. The color is gray purple. Gray purple, and gray was with an E. That one, I'm like, oh, yeah, you had to get creative. And I'm like, everybody was doing gray green. And I'm like, not green, purple, purple. You're welcome. Yeah, these are in so what this is here for our colors, there's 137 different colors. That's if they go all in a row, and I think they do. I don't think they skip a color or a number. There's 137 different colors of silicone beads as solids. And then you have a whole bunch more as prints. And so literally what it is that we are just going around the circle. We have like 35-ish, I think, left to go. And some of them are like, oh yeah, that makes sense. And some of them you're like, really? The color that cracks me up the most is lint. Lint is sage green in our world, but they are calling it lint on this list. I'm like, lint isn't green. My lint is like whatever color laundry I had. I don't know about the rest of you. I'm like, lint isn't a color. It's, I'm sorry. I laugh at that. Yeah, it's usually grayish in color, but oh, I was gonna say, poor. I think it was Cece was like, I get confused when you give me the clues, and I'm like, oh man. I'm like, I can't wait till these dry so we can finish these up. So literally, like with the earrings here, all you have to do is put them on an earring card with the back, and you're done, ready to go. Just need to price them, put them on, and they're done. That's what I love about these. Is it's something that's very quick that you can turn out to make a lot of. All right, everybody. I am going to hop off a little bit early tonight so I can get ready for tomorrow because I'm still getting stuff prepped for both the lives tomorrow. Live at 2 p.m. and that live will be an encore event. At 8 p.m. it will be a debut event. So we have 2 different lives tomorrow that are claiming lives here on TikTok only. Sorry, YouTube, we just don't do that over there. I hope you guys have a good night and hope to see you tomorrow. Bye, everybody.